Here's the 3-2 to Clayton. Line drive deep toward the gap in left center field. Racing over is White. Looking up. It's off the base of the wall. In to score comes Martinez. On to second goes Clayton as the throw comes in. It's an RBI double for Royce Clayton, and the Giants have a 3-0 lead. The 1-0 to Benjamin. Line drive toward the middle. Base hit going into center field. Around third is Clayton. He'll come in to score, and it's 4-0 San Francisco. An RBI single for Mike Benjamin, his 5th RBI of the year. Now the pitch by Black. Hit in the air to deep left field. Back toward the corner goes Bonds. Back at the track. Near the wall. Jumping. It's out of here. Home run, Will Cordero. And the Expos are on the board. It's now 4-1 San Francisco. The 2-1 to Hill. Hit on the ground toward the hole. Base hit going into right field. In to score is Webster. Down to second goes Berry. And Ken Hill helps himself with an RBI single. His 5th hit. His 2nd RBI of the year. And worked that way. The 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground toward the middle. Base hit going into center field. Now Lou turning third. He'll come in to score. And it's now a 1-run ball game. It's 4-3 San Francisco. Larry Walker with his 58th run batted into the year to cut down the amount of foul territory. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive deep left field. Down the line. Bonds looking up. And it's out of here. Home run Mike Lansing. And the Expos have tied the game at 4-4. A line shot over the left field wall for Lansing. Now the 2-0 to Berry. Hit high in the air, deep to right center field. Back goes Carry-On with Lewis on the warning track. Looking up. It's out of here. Home run Sean Berry. The Expos go back-to-back. Lansing and Berry, the number 7 and 8 hitters.
Games in Montreal. Watch the attendance for the first month. Here's a drive deep into the air to left field. It's going to be up, and away. A home run for Moises Alou. Alou with his 16th home run of the season. Bill kicks and the delivery. Drives left center field, well hit, going for it. The center fielder Grissom way back. That ball is out of here. It's a 6-6 ball game on the home run by Mark Carrion, and for him, his 2nd of the year. Did he nail it? Waits as the pitch. There's another curve lofted over the third baseman's head for a base hit. He hung one. Racing around is Moises Alou. 7-6 Montreal. So Cordero just looped one over the third baseman's head for a base hit. He got a hanging curveball. All right, here's a pitch on the way, and Webster hits it hard to left field, way up there. That could be at the wall, to the wall. It's gone. A 3-run homer for Lenny Webster, and man, here come the Expos. They sit on top 10-6. Patterson
said no.
There goes the runner. Ball taken, hit hard, right center field. That might have some distance. Way back to the wall. It's at the wall, over the wall. It's a 2-run ball game, 10-8. Giants coming back. 22 hits and a couple of errors. And the pitch. Ooh, and Barry Bonds gets hit. Oops, wait a minute. Bonds and Rojas, they're having a little bit of a skirmish.
They've thrown Rojas out of the game, and here come the benches.
Yeah, Bonds did not charge. But somebody blindsided Rojas from the Giants. I don't know where he came from the bullpen, I'm sure, because he had a jacket on. Rojas and Bonds were separated, and somebody blindsided Rojas from the bullpen with a jacket on. I don't know who it is, but boy, did he nail him.
Lou Frazier adjusts the shades, but forget the shades. Robbie Thompson, just back in the lineup a week ago for the Giants, a home run off Kirk Reeder, 1-0 Giants. Thompson fighting the sun on the pop-up by Marcus Grissom. Where is it? You just can't find it. Still in the 5th with 2 on. Larry Walker over the fence. 5-3 Expos, his 14th homer. But the Giants all of a sudden have found their hitting stride. Mark Carry-On gets a break when Walker can't find it and makes the Expos pay. While former Giant Gil Heredia sends it way back with 2 on and gone. 3rd homer of the year for Mark Carry-On, my wayward son. And so the Giants win that game by the count of 8-5. They split their 4-game set. Mark Portugal off the DL gets the win. They sent Solomon Torres down to the minors. Rod Beck hadn't had many save opportunities in a month. But he comes
as the bases were in the first. Take a chance like Grissom. Puts the Expos on top 1-0. Be careful taking chances. Lesson 2, if you're not happy, it is okay to argue. A little communication never hurt. Lesson 3, when things don't go your way, as they didn't for Ramon Martinez in the 3-run 4th, the wrong thing to do is to throw your belongings. You never know when you're going to need them again. Lesson 4, you have to be there for your partner. Grissom was there for Butch Henry. Lesson 5, take your sweetheart for a better meal. Come on, spend some money. Move along. 5-1 the final score. Rojas gets his 13th save. With the win and the Braves rain out the Expos 2 games out of first place in the East. Raul Mondesi going back, reaching out, touching the ball, then the wall. Frazier says, big deal. Gives his own rendition of thievery. Takes one away from Rodriguez. Check it out. We're going to go around the horn. 5, 4, 3. Double play. Walker stretching to get him. 2-1 Dodgers. Worrell knew it all it took was Darren Fletcher to dig down deep with a pitching wedge and knock it out. 2-run shot in the top of the 9th, and the Expos come back. Down 2-1, go up 3-2, and Tommy's face tells the story. The bullpen, by the way, has blown 17 of 31 save opportunities for L.A., worst in the major leagues. Kevin Gross, 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned, and 2 Ks. For the first win, trying to match the Braves, who were idle. Darren Fletcher, already with 9 home runs. That's his 10th. That's a new career high. It's a 3-run shot. Ken Hill spotted to that lead. That's dangerous. Louis Lopez is lost. Ricky Gutierrez is clueless. And then Ashby, 8 Ks on the hill for the night. He had some nice help as well. Scott Livingstone, the liner. Walker is there. Expos were cruising. And then they were bruising.
Ouch.
Oh. Fletcher will not get home run number 11. The Expos pound Andy Ashby and his 2.81 ERA, which rose to 3.14. They do it without Alou and Grissom, both benched, because combined they had gone 5 for the last.
Pitch for the cycle. First, the home run. Top of the second, Will Cordero takes Bennis deep to left. The 12th of the year for Wilm. 1-0 Expos. Next, we're going to pick it up in the same inning. The single for Bennis, giving it up to Lou Frazier. 3-0 Expos in the 3rd. You've got the double. It's Will Cordero up the right center field gap, scoring Darren Fletcher. 4-0 Expos. Next batter, the triple. Cliff Floyd golfs one up the right center field gap. Cordero scores the cycle for Andy Bennis. Expos win 14-0. Actually, that's a spanking, isn't it? The Expos total 18 hits, including a club record 4 triples.
Brad Ausmus, sit down. Top of 3. Henry gets the job done with the bat as well. Off of Scott Sanders' glove. It's an RBI single. Expos take the lead there 1-0. Sanders holding his own, getting the newest member of the All-Star team, Marquise Grissom, to go to his room, looking at it. We go now to top of 6. It's a 1-all-time man on. Larry Walker wears down Sanders and wears him down in a big way. That's a 2-run shot. Expos take the lead at that point, 3-1. Butch Henry hanging tough. Gets Eddie Williams swinging. Then Phil Plantier looking. Henry goes 7 2/3, strikes out 7, and the Expos are dancing with glee. They win it 5-1. Butch Henry wins for the 6th time in his last 7 decisions. Montreal has now won 8 straight against the Padres. They've also won 18 of the last 20 against that team.
San Diego, it's Moises Alou getting the Expos started kind of quickly. This is shot in 1952 newsreel style, and the results are Behemothian. A solo shot. Moises is 17th, 1-0 Expos. Top of the 2nd, Will Cordero, who just found out he's going to the All-Star game, filling in for Barry Larkin. Bases full, not anymore. Grand slam, his first, 6-2 Expos, and then Alou again in the 9th. Trevor Hoffman could just watch it go. Expos win 8-2. The Expos play like champs when it counts. A 4-game, 34-3 sweep of the Padres, putting them and not Atlanta at first at the break by a game. The Expos are now on a 19-2 streak against San Diego over the last 2.
From the Montreal Expos, outfielder Marquise Grissom. Shortstop, Will Cordero. Outfielder Moises Alou. Catcher Darren Fletcher. Pitcher Ken Hill.
You gotta have something else.
That's true, especially if your fastball is straight.
This ball is sliced down the line and right and gets out of the yard. Marquise Grissom goes the opposite way. That bat of the night for him. Swinging a drive into the gap in left center field. and up against the fence. This could do it. Being waved home is Gwynn. They got a play to Rodriguez. Safe! Safe! And the six-game drought is over for the National League.
Expos getting their all-star plaques there. Grissom, Fletcher, Hill, Cordero, Alou. This is another all-star. Matt Williams in the first. No score, but he plates John Patterson to make it 1-0. Next batter, Darryl Strawberry was 1 for 11 coming into this game since becoming a Giant. The RBI single, and it's 2-zip Giants. Fifth inning now, Pedro Martinez in a real jam. Darren Lewis, the walk. A single being yielded to John Patterson. A free pass to Barry Bonds, and that sets the stage for Mr. Strawberry. Had not homered since June 8th of 1993 until he takes this fastball over the right field wall, and he will touch them all. His 6th career grand slam. In the Giants' 8-3 victory, the slam was Strawberry's first in nearly 3 years as the Giants win 5 in a row for the first time this season. The Expos
pitching, Moises Alou. Oh, spank. Solo shot to left, 19th of the year for Alou. 2-1 Expos. Top of 5, Henry still pitching. Barry Bonds. Admires it. You know where that one's going. We're showing home runs. That's a 2-run homer, 4-2 Giants on top. Bottom of 6, Portugal still pitching. 4-3 Giants with the lead. Alou. He already homered. Deep shot off the wall, and he's going for an inside the park home run. He's going for his second homer of the night. Go, Moises, go. Can't fall down, though, can you? He's out. Top of the 9th. His name is Bonds, Barry Bonds. Thwack. Second of the night. The Giants win their season-high 6 in a row, and yes, they are 6-0 since Darryl joined the team. Barry Bonds is glad to have Strawberry. Hey, we're back to the same combination we had last year with Will Clark, only more.
In the 4th, Bonds. He's so strong he can pop the ball up, and it's still a home run. Frazier leaps, nothing there, 1-0 Giants. Then in the 6th, Bonds again, and yes, he homers again. Right field, left field, one of each. He's an equal opportunity kind of guy. 3-1 Giants. Ken Hill not used to this kind of trail. Oh, Youppi, he's going nuts. Bottom 6, Larry Walker steals. It's a wild throw from Jeff Reed. Walker goes to 3rd. Then 2 batters after that, Sean Berry up. And Dave Martinez with some fine Corinthian leather at first base. Giants keep the lead there. Then top of 7th, Bonds again. Could it be? No, but it is a base hit up the middle. He didn't have 3 home runs, but he did knock in Jeff Reed 4-2. That's the final score. Second straight night that Bonds has homered twice. He's now got 12 taters in his last 22 games. Ken Hill loses.
Bonds delivers in the 3rd off Jeff Facero. Van Landingham, who had his first major league hit, would score. Bonds 3 hits. Giants led 3-0. Van Landingham dominated. 5th inning, yet to allow a hit, facing Mike Lansing, and he gets the whiff. Sean Berry in the 6th gets him. In the 7th, Larry Walker on the comebacker had the no-hitter going. And when you're throwing a no-hitter, nobody wants to talk to you. Either that or he has no friends. Dusty Baker wants to talk about it. And in the 8th, Lenny Webster, the clean double. The no-hitter is gone. Van Landingham tells Kurt Manwaring, will you check and see if I still have 13 letters on the... Yes, I do. 6-4, the final in this one. Van Landingham, who began the season in Double-A, struck out 5. The Giants collected 40...
With the Padres, Tony Gwynn in the 1st, turning on the Kirk Reeder fastball. He gets it out of the yard in a hurry. Number 11 for Mr. Gwynn. The Padres up 1-zip. Bottom of the 3rd, 3-1 Montreal. Lenny Webster doing it up right for the Expos. The bullet to left center field. Derek Bell. Ooh, Derek boots it there. Larry Walker comes around to score. 4-1 Montreal to the bottom of the 4th. Webster doing it again. This time it's 7-1 Montreal. Webster, the sharp single to left. Rondell White coming around to score. Montreal goes up 8-1. Webster 2 for 4 on the night as Montreal wins this one 9-2. That's the Expos' 10th straight win this season over San Diego. Montreal remains 3 behind Atlanta.
Gwynn in the box against Pedro Martinez. And Pedro seemed to have his number. Surrounded it, then just flipped it over. But it did get a run home. Gwynn, though, 0 for 4 on the night, did get the RBI. So he's floating back down around 390. Andy Ashby, who has been one of the best young pitchers in the National League. Moises Alou hit it so hard, it went through Livingstone.
and Marquise Grissom made it a one-all game. Expos were up 3-2 and Larry Walker grounds to Eddie Williams. Eddie is a converted first baseman, and he looked like it there. That throw goes into left center. Moves the runners up. 4 Padre errors in the night. 2 batters later, Will Cordero got it to the warning track. Ray McDavid with the running grab. But Alou scores in the sac fly, and that's the way it ended with a 4-3 count as the Expos pull it out. Pedro picks up the win. He hadn't won in more than a...
Expos second base, like a magnet for the Expos. First inning, Marquise Grissom. That's a double. Larry Walker, that's a double, his 35th of the year. And then Will Cordero, the double and an RBI, 3-0 Expos. Mike Lansing, double, RBI, 4 doubles in the first, 4-0 Expos. Umpire Randy Marsh. Oh, the kick save and the beauty. Ken Hill, he singled, but he did strike out 2, including Henry Rodriguez. Expos win it 8-2, and they get a club record, tie the club record with 8 doubles. Ken Hill held the Dodgers to 4 hits in 8 innings to become the National League's first 14-game winner. Will Cordero had 2 of the Expos club tying record. Jeff Fassaro against Tom Candiotti. Top of the first, Fassaro twirling for Montreal and getting the defensive help. Delino DeShields lifts one to center. Marquise Grissom, do that dance. Make that glove. Get down. Was it a good catch? Clearly on the replay. Fassaro inspired, facing Tim Wallach, and the miss. 4 Ks for Fassaro. That's Eric Karros. And then Candiotti, he had 6 Ks. Mike Lansing, Marquise Grissom. Top of the 7th, some tough luck for Fassaro. Re-injures his shoulder on the pitch to Wallach. Fassaro had to leave the game. A strained muscle under his right rib cage. He's day-to-day. Bottom of the 7th, 1-0 Expos. Lenny Webster on second. Grissom delivers the single to left. Webster scores. Philippe Alou. And the Expos win it. The Expos win their 5th straight, while the Dodgers drop their 4th in a row to fall below 500 for the first time since May 10th. Jeff Fassaro shut down the Dodgers on 5 hits over 6 2/3 before straining his shoulder muscle.
Wendell White, what a huge day he had against the one-time Expo Kevin Groats, even slapping that shot off him. Juan Bell tied it at 1. Stayed that way in the 3rd. Darren Fletcher, Clifford Floyd aboard, and man overboard. Rondell White with a 3-run shot, his first of the year in a big moment, Dave.
Well, Rondell White, they've been talking about this young man. He's only 22 years old, out of Georgia, but a lot of people compare him to a young Andre Dawson. Great power, great speed. Maybe he doesn't quite have the throwing arm of an Andre Dawson, but Felipe Alou likes what he sees.
And the hits just keep on coming for the young Expos. So far, White has driven in every run in the game. He does it again. He doubles in Fletcher and Floyd. The Dodgers had gotten it down to a 1-run game. By the time White is through, he knocks in 7 runs, including an RBI single in the 8th. That is an Expo record. He goes 4 for 5 in the day. He could have knocked in more. He struck out with.
There's Ryan Klesko touching that ball. Another Braves rookie home run. That makes 46 on the year. Then there's the aforementioned Mr. Pendleton. He is no rookie, and he is back. First at bat off the DL. It's gone 3-0 Braves. And there's Pedro giving it up to David Justice. It's down the line. Here comes Smoltz. There's going to be a play at the plate, and he, with the speed, is safe. It's 4-1 Braves. We go to top of 7. Moises Alou. And don't they always perform right after the Sunday conversation? 5-4 Expos after the 2-run score on that. And so we head to the 8th. David Justice will be facing Mel Rojas here, and he gets nothing but air. Then Tim Sphere gives the sign to get 2, and Mel Rojas cooperates. Gets the crime dog. Tough night for Bobby Cox and the boys. Expos win it 6-4. John Wetland gets his 19th save. Mel Rojas has 15. The Expos, the only team in baseball with 2 guys over the 15 save mark. Dave Justice has reached safely in 32.
Moises Alou with Marquise Grissom on second in the first. Alou hits one towards right. David Justice can't hang on to it. His 11th error. That's the most of any right fielder in the National League. Expos lead 1-0. Then it's 2-0 in the second. Butch Henry facing Charlie O'Brien. He's noted for his defense behind the plate, but a clutch hitter delivering here his 8th of the season, and we're tied at 2. On to the 7th. Will Cordero hit more homers than any other shortstop in Expo history. Gets on by Blauser's error. And then the next batter, Mike Lansing, lines one towards center, and Roberto Kelly. He doesn't come up with it. So two batters later, Henry got a bunt. Maddox calls for it. Hopes to get the double play, but throws it away. And Jim Copp, the Expos, get 3 runs on 2 hits in the inning.
Boy, and I can empathize with Greg Maddox on this play. You think you've made the right call. You let it drop. The runner is frozen off first. All you have to do is make an accurate throw. And you can see how tentative Greg was. He was eager to get the out at first, and then they would have trapped the runner between first and second. Would have been an easy double play. All runners were safe, and that really cost him the ball game.
Maddox actually lowered his ERA to 1.68 because of the 4 unearned runs, and the Expos open up a 3.5 game lead over Atlanta now. Rojas working a scoreless 8th. He gave up a homer to Justice before Wetland saved his 20th. On to
In the National League East, Kent Merker on for Atlanta, the strikeout of Lenny Webster. Ken Hill, no-hit the Braves, 4 2/3, adds Fred McGriff to his victims. Top 6 scoreless. Rondell White at the plate, smashes the ball to right. Dave Justice there, makes the grab and hangs on. Different from the night before when he was called for the 3-base error. Bottom 6 scoreless. Jeff Blauser, the 2-run bomb to center field. Jeff Blauser, his 5th home run of the season. The Braves go on to win it by a score of 4-1. So it is Kent Merker over Ken Hill. The Expos win streak is history at 8. Same 2 will meet in the final weekend of the regular season, if there is a final weekend of the regular season.
Catch. Expos built a 4-0 lead, but in the bottom of the 5th, Jeff Conine doubles down the line to score Chuck Carr and Gary Sheffield, who beats the throw, and we're tied at 4. But in the top of the 7th, the Expos would bounce back. Larry Walker hits it the opposite way, but Whitmore can't quite come up with this one. Oh, so close. Rondell White scores on the play, 5-4, Montreal. Same inning, bases loaded. Luis Aquino plunks Mike Lansing. Ouch. Another run comes in to make it 7-4. Lansing was okay, and so indeed were the Expos. Montreal has won 9 of their last 10 to maintain at least a 2.5 game lead on the Braves.
Team speed. Walker drives a ball to left. Conine watches it go over his head off the wall at the 361 sign. Grissom's home to score on a double by Walker. Floyd to third base, and the Expos have a 1-0 lead. Is just 3 for his last 33. Base hit to right, and it's in for extra bases. That'll cash in too. Floyd is home to score. Walker scores easily, and it's a double for Darren Fletcher, and a 3-0 lead for the Expos. Moving to first base. Base hit to left. At third base, Cliff Floyd is waved. The throw to third does not get Rondell White. The Expos lead 5-1 on Walker's single to right field.
The worst hitter in the lineup.
Bell hits it on the ground, and Abbott can't make a play. The Expos score a run, and Barry's safe at second. Abbott ranging far to his left to come up with that ball. Thank you, Richie. Grissom in the rundown. White's already at second. The Marlins still have Grissom in a rundown. Everybody's been in on this, and he beats the play at third and now picks himself up and comes on to score, and Rondell's at third base. There's a rundown play to beat all rundown plays.
Took too long.
A fly ball to left, way back Conine, and that one is off the scoreboard. Frazier will score run number 8. Walker's at second. 8-1 Expos. Fly ball down the right field line that's going to drop in there because Sheffield was playing over toward right center. That's another double for Fletcher and another run for the Expos, who lead 9-1. Walker's scoring.
Than Nolan.
Barry drives this deep to left field, no doubt about it. It's up, up and away. A long home run for Sean Barry, and an 11-1 lead for the Expos. There's a ground ball right side, scooped neatly by Bell, thrown to second, but Cordero can't pick it out of the dirt.
And look at Will, he's talking to Chuck Carr at second. Carr came in pretty close.
Carr and Cordero, and now Expos and Marlins all over the field. Nothing else has happened, not yet. Butch faced the Marlins. They got 9 for him. Here's a drive to deep left center, and this one is up and away. Another long home run for Marquise Grissom. His 4th hit of the night and his 2nd home run in this series. 2-2 pitch, and Floyd drives the ball to right field. This one's up and away. A hard line drive home run to right by Floyd. And it's 13-3 Expos.